Eid Mubarak to all the Muslims people watching us on Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokan David onto this channel, and today we are here to talk about the 6 talking points of West Ham 1, Arsenal 2 that happened at London Stadium yesterday. Arsenal get going for that spirited win in their want to win, and I will believe that this is one of the triumphs that Arsenal have really enjoyed in there. Their consistency has been revived in there. Remember, they had gone 3 games and 3 games beaten in there. Crystal Palace, Brighton, and the side which goes by the name of Southampton beat the side which goes by the name of Arsenal in 3 games. Then Arsenal got back to the winning ways when they beat Chelsea 4-2, they beat United 3-1, and now they beat West Ham 2-1. They've won 3 games in a row, and they are back into the 4th spot of the Premier League, and they are 2 points ahead of a side which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now let's get into our 6 talking points. The first talking point is all about Rob Holding. Rob Holding on the score sheet for the very first time in the Premier League for a side which goes by names of Arsenal. Rob Holding is an Arsenal player who really came in through to play as a replacement for a player who goes by the name of Benny White, who really got is it a hamstring injury? Yeah, that's what the manager said. He has a hamstring injury and he couldn't really come out to play into this game of football as a side of Arsenal really came up and really played against a side which goes by the names of West Ham. It was really a very big blow, and I was so much doubtful about that central defense partnership of Gabriel and Rob Holding, because that partnership of Gabriel and Ben White has really saved Arsenal a lot. They kept lots of clean sheets in there for you alongside Ramsdale in goal, and I really believe that every Arsenal fan all over the world had something to doubt about in there or to worry about. But he really came up through and he really put Arsenal ahead with that corner that was brought into the 18 yards box area of West Ham in the first half, and it was diverted into the lower bottom corner of the goal of a side which goes by names of West Ham, and the goalkeeper of West Ham couldn't come to the saving in there, and Arsenal was ahead in there for you. So he scored his first Premier League goal for Arsenal, and he put them ahead in there for you. So that is our 6th talking point, or our first talking point in this game of Arsenal 2, West Ham 1 at London Stadium in there. Remember, this is always a London derby that has seen a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there doing the needful in there for you, and it's not always an easy run for Arsenal against West Ham in there for you. We go to the second talking point into this. It happened next after Rob Holding scored his first goal for a side which goes by names of Arsenal. It is Bowen equalizing for a side which goes by names of West Ham. People have always come out, by the way, and talked loads about a player who goes by names of Mikel Antonio in there for you, but I will believe that Bowen is giving a run for the position of the centre forward of a side which goes by names of West Ham. Each and every time Mikel Antonio does not come out to the occasion, guess who comes out with the occasion or rises to the occasion? It's none other than Bowen. Bowen has played 33 Premier League games. He has scored 10 goals. 8 UEFA Europa League games, has scored 3 goals, and EFL Cup 3 games and scored 1 goal. That means has played 44 games and it has 14 goals in there for you. And for a player like Bowen in there at his age, when you look, Bowen is 25 years of age, and he is a midfielder, by the way, and is being played as a forward because a player who goes by the names of Antonio was rested in there for you. He's a midfielder, and he rarely plays as a forward, but each and every time he comes in as a forward, he really comes to the rescue of a side which goes by names of West Ham. So he came in through and leveled that game of Arsenal in there with the attacking side which goes by names of West Ham, and they were level in there because Arsenal scored into the 38th minute and Jarrod Bowen scored into the 45th minute in there for you. Remember, that goal was responsible for a man of Arsenal who goes by names of Gabio Martinelli, who really failed to track that run very well, because Gabio Martinelli came running after Bowen, but when they reached into the genius box area of Arsenal, there is the way he really slowed down and really felt like, oh, Gabriel can handle all Rob Holding, and that ball was crossed into the genius box area of Arsenal, and guess what? Bowen really did that shot in there for you, and it bounced into the back of the net for side which goes by names of Arsenal in the 45th minute in there for you. Every Arsenal fan thought that Arsenal was going to go into the first half with a goal ahead or with a lead, but they were denied this lead by Bowen's strike in there in the 45th minute in there for you, and Arsenal really came in through to do the needful in the second half in there for you. That is the second talking point in there for you. Bowen leveling the game. Then let's go to the third talking point in there for you. It's Gabriel Magalhaes. Gabriel Magalhaes is one of the central defenders that I've seen really improve game in, game out at the side, which goes by names of Arsenal. Came through in the 10th minute. They had just played 10 minutes into the second half. That means 54th minute, and he really scored and put Arsenal ahead into that minute in there for you with a very good header that the goalkeeper of West Ham couldn't handle. A very well brought in corner by Bukayo Saka. They brush it out of the box and it lands to Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli floats that ball to the back post of that goal of West Ham. No defender was there, and it gave Gabriel Magalhaes a chance to find a free header, and he really headed in the back of the net. That is Gabriel Magalhaes to make it 2-1 for a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you, and they celebrated. And Gabriel Magalhaes went ahead and really dedicated this goal to the child that her wife or his wife had just given to. She's just 1 month old, and he dedicated that goal to the baby that was given birth to by the wife in there, the wife in there. They gave birth to that lady, and he really came out and said that Gabriel Magalhaes is more than happy at Arsenal despite firm interest from both Barcelona and a side which goes by the names of Juventus in there. For that is Gabriel Magalhaes in there, and he took to his Instagram story and said, dedicating this goal against West Ham today to my newly born daughter Maya. Congratulations on your first month of life, my girl in there for you. Gabriel Magalhaes in there celebrating in style. That is Gabriel Magalhaes. That is our third talking point. Gabriel Magalhaes coming to the rescue in there for you. Let's go to the fourth that is really so much touching and is going really to worry most Arsenal fans in there for you. That is the Tomiyasu injury. Tomiyasu, who has been sidelined for Arsenal for like 3 months in there without playing the game of football for a side which goes by names of Arsenal, returned in that 3-1 win of Arsenal against a side which goes by names of Manchester United. He really came in through and really played some 10-15 minutes in there because Arsenal were leading by 3-0 to 1, and they really just wanted to really maintain and really control that lead to see to it that Manchester United doesn't really escape away with that lead in there. That is a man who goes by names of Tomiyasu. Came in through, played that game, finished it very well. Then in this game of a side which goes by the names of West Ham, he really came in through and played only, I think, when was he substituted? Because I saw towards the 70th minute when Cedric Soares was being brought on, so he was taken off. So all worries coming through for a side which goes by names of Arsenal against Tomiyasu, all upon Tomiyasu's injury, because that's not good news in there, because he's one of those solid fullbacks at the side which goes by names of Arsenal. And today, Mikel Arteta has really come out and said on Tomiyasu and Bukayo Saka, I say that Bukayo was fine, he was really fatigued, and he has been through a little injury as well. Tomiyasu was just that he had been out for so long and could not continue in there for you. I'm not concerned. Hopefully he's fine in there. That is a man who goes by the names of Mikel Arteta coming out and saying that it's really okay for Tomiyasu. He has been for so long and he couldn't play the entire 90 minutes in there. I just feel like he just wants to throw in that waiver to side to the fans of Arsenal, because if I told you come in and tell them that Tomiyasu really has gone back to injury, it will really cause very big question marks onto the medical department of Arsenal, because how can a player return in a space of 2 weeks and he goes back on injury in there? Because I just can't believe that in there. Maybe it's true in there, but for me, I've not believed what Mikel Arteta is saying. You can as well go into the comment section and tell me what you think about Mikel Arteta said about a man who goes by names of Tomiyasu in there for you. But if at all he's really fit and is going to return, that's a very good boost for Arsenal. But all in all, we pray for Tomiyasu in there to return in there, because he's one of those solid right fullbacks for a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. That is the fourth talking point in there for you. We go to the fifth talking point. It's all about the Moyes gamble of Moyes. Remember, Moyes was beaten at the London Stadium by Frankfurt 2 goals to 1 in there, and he has to go on Thursday and play a side which goes by the name of Frankfurt in Germany in there for you. And they played on Sunday against Arsenal, and he really feels like he had to bench Shuchek and Antonio Mikel in there for you. Remember, Mikel is one of those talisman for a side which goes by the name of West Ham. He has really banged in lots of goals for them. And when you look at the defensive partnership of Arsenal, if at all he was present, he would have caused more problems in there for you, because he would have sorry for that. He would have used his physicality to trouble Gabriel Magalhaes and Rob Holding in there, but his absence and Shushek in there for you, and Dawson in there in the central defense really made the team of West Ham not sharp enough. I saw even Diop, one of the central defenders, on bench in there, meaning that the manager wanted so much to focus on their game, where they're supposed to go away in Germany and play in there. So we are waiting to see how that gamble whether that gamble will work out in Germany, because this time around on Sunday it failed to work out, and Moyes was outsmarted by Mikel Arteta's 11 men he put up on the pitch, and he was really beaten thoroughly by Arsenal in there for you. And West Ham really never deserved this win, because they never put up threats as expected in there for you. But that gamble of David Moyes really never paid off in there for you. And I really believe that if at all they are knocked out on Thursday, he will really regret and say, all right, I wish I started my entire starting 11 against Arsenal, because it has costed me the UEFA Europa League position in there. Remember, if at all they don't win the UEFA Europa League, that means they'll go and play in the Conference League, because the 5th and 6th position are really going to be summed up by Manchester United and Spurs in there, because Manchester United, if at all they win today against Brentford, they would have really created more space between them and a side which goes by names of West Ham, because when you look at the Premier League table, it really indicates that Manchester United is at 55 points, West Ham is at 52. That means they're level with Manchester United at 35 games, and United is 3 points ahead of a side which goes by the names of West Ham. And if at all United plays against a side which goes by the names of Brentford and they win, they would have stretched to 5 points ahead of a side which goes by the names of West Ham, meaning that UEFA Europa League matches won't be really good for a side which goes by names of West Ham. When you look at West Ham, they're really having some tough fixtures in there for you. They have to play Norwich on Sunday. They have to play Man City in there and Brighton. Those are their last 3 fixtures in there for you. So it shows you that this Man City fixture might also cause another trouble to a side which goes by names of West Ham in there for you, to trouble their chances to play into the next UEFA Europa League in there for you. So they have to go in and see whether this gamble will help them out. The resting of players away in Germany against Frankfurt in there for you. Lastly, the 6th talking point is all about advantage of Arsenal back in top 4 in there for you. Arsenal is in a very big advantage in there, because a side which goes by name Tottenham is 2 points behind Arsenal, and Arsenal are playing Leeds on the weekend, and Spurs are really going to host Liverpool. And all chances indicate that if at all Spurs lose against Liverpool and Arsenal win against Leeds, Arsenal would have really put up a gap of 5 points, meaning that by the time Arsenal plays Spurs the next weekend in there, Arsenal will be needing just 1 point. They will be needing just 1 point in there, and that 1 point, if at all they get it, that means they would have summed up the 4th position of the Premier League, because it would be like 5 points still behind the side which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. So when you look at Arsenal right now, they are bossing into that 4th place, and they only what they have to do, they just have to go in and win against Leeds in there, and if at all they beat Spurs in there too, they would have made it clear. But Spurs has to play Liverpool, they have to play Arsenal too in there. So those 2 games, I don't believe that Spurs can really go in and get maximum points in there for you. That's what I really believe in here on the Rokani Media Football in there for you. So those are the 6 points that we really talk about. Arsenal versus the side which goes by names of West Ham. The first one was Rob Holding's first goal for Arsenal in the Premier League. Secondly was Bowen's leveling the game in there, that equalizer. Then Gabriel Magalhaes coming to the rescue, 3rd talking point. Fourth talking point about Tomiyasu's injury in their scare, but the manager has come out and said no, it's because he has been out for so long and couldn't play the entire 90 minutes. Fifth talking point, the Moyes gamble of benching close to 3 players in the probably done great into that game of West Ham and against Arsenal, and he lost it. So we wait and see whether his second gamble will pay off in Germany, because they were beaten by Frankfurt in London by 2-1. And lastly, the advantage of Arsenal to top or to complete into the 4th place of the Premier League to go back and play Champions League football. That's what I had for you here on Rokani Media Football. Feel free to go into the comment section and tell me what you think about these 6 talking points. You can as well include yours. You can as well come in and tell me, because there is one I really heard the commentator talk about, that Edin Ketia has recorded very many shots on target, more shots on target than Lacazette recorded in the last 9 games when he was playing for side which goes by the name of Arsenal. I'll sign out for now. See you later for my Muslim friends. Eid Mubarak, enjoy the pilau, and remember tomorrow to go on and really resume back with work. I'm out for now. See you later, my mates. This is Rokani Media Football. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I'm out.